Hey guys, it's Chris here from Chris's Creative Life, and I design workshops that help you create beautiful projects from start to finish with easy to follow guides.
Hey guys, it's
oh
Chris
my
here
goodness,
from
one
Chris's Creative
second.
Life, and I design workshops.
There we go. That was funny. So I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about National Stamping Month, which is the month of September, and the promotion from close to my heart is called Say It in Style. And so I thought I would show you a few of the things that are included in some of the product bundles. I thought I would show you the stencils, etc., because sometimes it's a little bit confusing because there are a lot of different items in this promotion. And so I'm going to add my desk in here. I'm going to keep myself up in the corner so you can still see me. But I thought I'd go over some of the things, and I'm going to create a card. And on top of all of that, there is a new resource for today. So let me add my desk into the view, and I'm going to turn up the light when I do that. So it will be slightly dark when we first go down onto my desk, but then I'm going to shed some more light on the situation. Okay. So I have pulled out. Also, the stencils are going to be funny on the camera. I'll just be super honest with you. They're probably going to get some glare, and we're probably going to get some autofocusing from a lot of white on the table. But if you have not seen it, or are you interested in the products, I did add my shopping link into the description of the video. I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about it. So there are some fun stamps for this one. There's actually one missing, I just realized. And then some fun stencils for this. So the way that the stencils work is they're so fun. There's so many possibilities. There's endless ways you can combine the stencils to create different patterns. So there's one that'll create a plaid, and then the other one is called the quadrant design. And so we're going to play with that one today, actually. And then I grabbed some samples here, and I thought I would kind of just walk you through, because sometimes visual is much better than just looking at a photograph, right? So like I said, there are 4 different card workshops for this special. There are, and you can buy the components individually, or you can buy them in bundles, or you can get everything all at once too. So there's some fun things that I don't remember them doing a ton in the past with the stamp sets. This is the one that's missing. Let me just grab it. I think it's just right behind me. There it is. So there's actually 4 different card making workshops too. You can download those all from the website, and we are going to have some fun combining, because you know I can't leave anything alone, a couple of things all together today. So super fun stamp sets. Fun stamp sets and fun stencils for this promotion. So the first one here is called All the Best Wishes. And so I love the fact that all the little sentiments look like they came out of a label maker, because I might be obsessed with my label maker. But so all sorts of fun little sentiments that do literally look like they came out of the label maker. There is a thin cut for this, which will cut out your sentiment right close to the sentiment, so you don't have to worry about finding the right square or a circle that it'll fit on. You can see here in the light blue, it shows you how it will cut out each of the sentiments, and great sentiments, right? Best wishes, hello, happy birthday, thinking of you, thank you. And you guys know me, so I always do a stamping sheet when I first get my stamp sets, just so that I can kind of become familiar with how they look, everything on the stamp set. So this is just a look at, right, all of those things stamped out. So if I was then going to use them on a card, right, I could literally just measure these. I do keep these as like a frame of reference for all the stamp sets. So then here's the next one, which is down here, which is called It's Your Birthday, right? Super fun. This one cuts out with a thin cut. The cupcakes, like everything except for this one right here has a thin cut that coordinates with it, right? So even here, right, that's just a nice square. But the cupcakes, the little candles, the sentiment that says it's your birthday, this one I actually think would also be awesome on a scrapbooking layout. It's kind of, they're a nice size. You can see here from them being all stamped out, you could this is 8.5 by 11, right? So you could very easily use this on a scrapbooking page too. Then I was playing with this one. I have not started coloring it, but we're actually going to use this one on the card I'm going to create today. And it's called Sending You a Hug, right? So everything, all the flowers have a thin cut, just not the sentiments. So super fun. And then the last one is this one, which I actually really love. It's called You Go Girl. And so same thing, right? All sorts of fun sentiments that cut out directly around the sentiment. So like I said, you can get them all separate. You can get each bundle together, right? So the card making workshop, this is the one for all the best wishes. This is the one for sending you hugs, sending you a hug. This is the one for It's Your Birthday, and then this is the one for You Go Girl. And each workshop is a combination of A2 size cards along with slimline cards. So then let's talk about the fun. So you get all the supplies in each of those bundles. And like I said, then there's also a big one where you can get like all of the products together. You get it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I am happy to answer them. Okay, but I'm going to move some of this stuff out of my way, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, let's just move some things so you guys can actually see my desk. Okay, so I thought I would talk just a little bit about the stencils. So like I said, each set of the stencils, there's 2 different designs, right? So this is the plaid one. And each is like a 2-piece, but then can create 4 steps. So when you look at the workshops, you'll see there's numerous different combinations of the stencils working together. And you can literally, it's just to have fun with, or create a pattern, right? But you can do all sorts of different kind of combinations. So like I said, there is an A2 size card version, and I know you're not going to be able to see this, but then there's also a slimline version. These are the plaid ones, for example. But so I have some examples inked up down here, so I thought I would show you, and then we're going to create one with the quadrant one. So this is a look at like the plaid in an A2 size card size using all the same color. You could then also swap out one of the colors to make it look different, all of those fun things. This is a look at the quadrant one with different colors. You could do these all the same, all different, right? It's all about having fun and trying to find different color combinations, different ways that they'll come together. And then here are the 2 slimline versions, right? This is kind of like an Easter pastel-y color combination. And then this is more of like a modern color combination, which I also thought went really well with the quadrant stencil. Okay, so then here's just a couple of the cards from the You Go Girl card making workshop, kind of fun. And then all of these have matching envelopes with them. So I think that they are just going to be fun. So then yesterday I was playing a little bit and I thought, well, I'm going to come and I'm going to create a card with you guys. And so again here, I'm going to show you, we're going to take a card design from the You Go Girl workshop, but we're going to create it differently. So I took the card design from the You Go Girl, right? These back layers, but I wanted to add a different stamp set to it. So like here is, so don't forget to make sure to print the workshops. Like I said, there's like endless amounts of inspiration in them. So here's the original design, right? Sending you some good vibes. And then by just simply changing out the stamp set, the colors, etc., we've got a completely different card. So we're going to use this one today. I pre-stamped some of those images. But so we're going to use the flowers from the Sending You a Hug stamp set. Now I'm standing up because you know it's been that long. So we're going to use this and create this card from this. So I'm going to move these things out of my way. And then I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about where I found or how I decided on the color combination for today, because this one is obviously different. So this color combination is actually peach, papaya, paprika, and then peach. But I'm going to show you, we're going to do it differently today. We're going to do it because I wanted to use the new color of the year, which is Journey. So for whoever has not seen it, this is Journey. And I'm super excited about the color of the year. It actually goes with so many things. So on that note, I'm going to just let you know. So I'm not sure if you remember, I know it's the National Stamping Month combination is great. And I do love the fact that like the stencils are A2 size and slimline. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but last year when Melon was the color of the year, I created this document that was like color combinations that complement Melon. So I thought I would start the year off because it's a new color with some fun color combinations for the new color of the year Journey. So if you want the download, if you just comment color, and you can spell it either way. In Canada, we spell it the British way, but if you also spell it the other way, I will still add the link. Or you can also just click on the link at the very bottom of the description in the video, and it'll take you to be able to download the color combination sheet, just so you know. So I'm just going to leave this up here. I know you can't really see it, but that's okay. So I've grabbed the A2 size quadrant stencils. I have pre-stamped my flowers. And we're going to use this kind of color combination that's on the bottom of the sheet here. So that's where I got my inspiration for today's card, because I knew I kind of wanted to use the color of the year. So I thought, well, why not just go to my own resource there and use it. It is ready to go. It's all uploaded right now already. So, but you can see here. So, oh, that's the Melon one. I used Journey and Glacier, and I've used Limeade. I've used Sundance, Scarlet, and Pumpkin. So it is literally this color combination right here on the bottom. And this is not all of them by any stretch of the means, because I do think Journey will go with a lot of things, but this is just kind of a nice place to start. I find that when you're playing with a new color that maybe you haven't played with before, sometimes it's just nice to have a starting point where you can kind of just jump off from there, right? So like this color combination is the Journey, another new color, which is Royal, which is the new purple, Mocha, and Jade, which is the other new green. So I tried to also incorporate some of the new colors, but also you could swap out for other colors that you might have in your stash if you prefer. Okay, but I wanted to show you that that's exactly where I started, was with my own resource, which I thought was handy, at least, right? It's like creating a card that already has a workshop guide, right? It's kind of just a really good starting off point. You don't have to create everything from scratch in your head. There's nothing worse than, right, sitting there and looking at a blank card, or sitting there and looking at pictures on White Daisy cardstock and not knowing how to design a scrapbooking layout for them, right? That's really why I started doing workshops in the first place. So I'm just putting down my all-purpose mat because we're going to get inky. I don't need the plaid stencil because we're going to use the quadrant one. So I do have a piece, like I said, I just followed the exact measurements on here for my background pieces. So we have a blank piece of White Daisy. Then we have our glacier piece that we'll add there. I've got a stitch circle that we'll add our sentiment on, and then a journey circle. And then on here, I just have a tray with other flowers, right? There is the slimline quadrant version. I have my blending brushes for stenciling because that is what I prefer. You can use a sponge, just be gentle with some of the stencils. We're going to add some of the journey sequins onto this card, which are beautiful. There's like some white in there, or I guess they're probably French vanilla. And then like a flat journey, and then a sparkly journey. So, okay. So like I said, we're going to create this same background here, just with blue colors. So I've grabbed Glacier, Lagoon, and Journey, which are the same, right? I used 3 colors on this card. So we're going to do the same thing. So now you can see this piece is smaller than my stencil, so you can decide how you want to line it up, whether you actually want it to be on the edge, whether you want it to run off the edge. I'm just going to grab my tape. And so the only thing I kind of want to be careful of is I want it to be relatively straight under there. So I'm going to start with my Glacier ink. And if you guys have any questions or things you would like to know along the way, just simply ask. So I just loaded up my blending brush, and I did re-ink these yesterday after I did my demo version. But like I said, you can make lots. If you look, even if you just look at the other cards, you can see all the different kind of combinations that the stencils create. I'm just going to wipe it off because we're going to also flip it over. But then I'm going to grab the next one. Right here. Hello, Kim. Thanks for saying hello, everybody, when you're popping on. Oops. The lights are so bright, I can't even see the stencil on my desk. I'm actually going to just tape it down to my all-purpose mat and then rearrange my... And I'm probably crooked for you guys, but that's... Okay, so then I'm going to do Lagoon, and then I'm going to do Journey, and then I'm going to do Glacier again, right? So the same as this was a 3-color combination, I'm doing it exactly the same. So now I'm going to go Lagoon for my second step. You could do them all the same color. Hey Chris, it looks like we can't scroll back on the live videos again. I had to watch from the beginning. I'll have to watch from the beginning later. Oh, that's super interesting. They're always trying to change something, right? You used to be able to like pause. Okay, so now I've got Lagoon. And then we're going to use that new color of the year. So you're going to notice that it's kind of like a builder stencil, right? When you add all of the layers in, basically you end up with a completed design in the end. But like I said, it's super fun to play with and find the different combinations. And you'll even find combinations by accident. I'm trying to see if I can. I was playing with the plaid to create like a Christmas plaid too. I can't see it right this second. But that was super fun too, right? Just by playing with the plaid and a little bit of ink, I ended up with like I picked a red and a green. I think I actually picked scarlet and limeade or jade. I can't remember now. But it turned it into a super fun plaid for like a Christmas card, right? So you could totally do exactly the same thing. Okay, so that was our Lagoon layer. Now we're going to go in with Journey. And we're going back to this one. Nope, that's not right. It doesn't really matter. And they're super hard. So my suggestion is actually to make a marking on like your top all the time. So this was where I did my first one. So now there we go. So this is Journey. I'm just going to tape it down. And like I said, it doesn't really matter. They all kind of fit together in the end. And you'll find one that fits into all the spaces that you're missing. And then you can just clean them all up and start a new pattern, right? Okay, and then we're going to go back to, I don't have to clean that one because now we're going to wash it, but now we're going to go back to Glacier. Nope, that was right the first time. close out my journey. There we go. It's like a little puzzle. Okay, so back to Glacier, which was the first one. So eventually everything does have a little spot that'll get filled in. You just have to kind of find the right puzzle combination. I'm just going to tape it down so it doesn't shift on me. Plus, you do have to remember a lot of the background does end up getting covered up, but I'm just kind of holding my stencil in place. There we go. Now everything is covered. I'll set these aside so I don't get inky. So again, there's the ink combination that I use. So Glacier, Lagoon, and Journey. Put these up here. And so now, just gonna wipe this off. Now we can go back to our other pieces. So these, like I said, I cut these pieces exactly the same as this card. So I just need to grab a card base. Oh, and we need to stamp our circle there. So I will just... So many resources to help you guys crafting along the way. So this is Journey. Okay, and then I'm just going to add this onto its mat. And this one is Glacier instead of the peach, right? So this combination is papaya, peach, then this is white daisy. And then this is peach stamped with papaya. This color combination totally reminds me of like the 70s. That's what I thought. So then I'm just going to add my matted piece to my card base. And if I remember correctly, I think it's like a 3/8 of an inch border. So kind of fun. There we go. So you could use, right, this same combination and switch it out for anything, right? So then I have a Journey circle. And I'm going to add this on here, and I'm adding it about 2/3 of the way up, right? So that it gets divided. So it's got that nice spacing. Okay, so then let's hope I have the same kind of color combination. So like I said, these are Scarlet. And then this is Sundance. And then I have Limeade. And then Pumpkin. So I kind of felt like this is kind of like a little bit of a fall combination there, right? And then I think we need another small leaf for down here. And another pumpkin flower. And we need to stamp our sentiment too. So let's do that. Oh, here's the stamp set, of course, right in front of me. So like I said, I did pick one of the sentiments from this one, but you could totally swap them out too. There we go. Okay, and so I don't have to pull out my Versamount and shove it underneath there. I'm just going to use the foam from the stamp set. And I just did like a whole pile of re-inking, so I'm actually going to test the stamp before. So this is not the Christmas one I was talking about, but so this is a combination with that plaid. That's just the two new greens, so jade and limeade together. And so see, like just play with them. They are so fun, I will tell you. Let's just stamp this though. To make sure I did a half decent job re-inking my stamp pad. Okay. Thank you. This is my favorite one from that workshop, so you know I had to play with it. There we go. So it's actually fun today because I'm actually streaming like to Facebook and YouTube all at the same time. All the comments are coming in today, which does not always happen. So that's interesting. Oh my goodness, you guys. Look, I just stamped on the wrong side of that. We're going to stamp again. I mean, it's fine, but the stitching is on the wrong side. But now the stamp is wet. So let's just make sure it's dry. Because I just rubbed it on my stamp chamois. So let's try that again. Now my stitching is the right direction. That's what I sometimes get for trying to read comments and craft all at the same time. Some days I'm better at that than others. Okay. So I'm just giving it a few seconds. I can tell I maybe need to spread my re-inker out on there a little bit better. But that's not bad. Okay, so now I did pop this up on 3D foam so that I could tuck things underneath. There we go. Okay, and so I'm just going to take my middle piece out, and then I'll pull my other pieces out once I tuck all my stuff underneath. So I'm just going to place that down. And then I used regular adhesive except for on this one, which is overlapping my circle. Because my circle is on 3D foam, I added 3D foam to that. So I'm just going to tuck this in. And then I'll tuck a leaf underneath there. And then one of the little pumpkin flowers. Okay, just like that. And then I will do the other scarlet flower. And so, like I said, I took the combination right off of that sheet. So it's a little bit further over. About there, because I want this one to overlap. So before I put this one on, though, I'm going to take that 3D, the backing off the other pieces of 3D foam. So I'll just tuck what I think I need to tuck in here. There we go. So now I can still very easily pull my backing off, or you could actually just leave it, but I'm just going to pull that backing off. And now I'm going to adhere this flower. I'm going to just add a little bit of regular adhesive at the top and some 3D foam at the bottom. Just kind of overlapping like that. And I'm just touching that down. And I haven't actually like pushed down on my 3D foam yet because I want to tuck this leaf underneath there. Just like that. And then I could touch that down just like that. So then now I'm going to add a few sequins. And I'm just going to do that with a few glue dots. So if you want the color combination sheet for the new Color of the Year journey, just comment color and I'll come back and add the link, or you can click on the link that's in the very bottom of the description above. And you can spell it either way. I know what you're talking about. So I'm going to add some of the journey sequins, and like I said, I love these. I love a good sequin, you all know that. So I'm just going to pick out a combination of different sizes and finishes, and I'm just going to tap them down onto glue dots. And then add them on my card. So there's different sizes too, right? So it's nice, you could see this one's a little bit smaller. So on top of the different finishes, there's different sizes too, right? So with just a little glue dot, or you can actually glue them down too. But I like the glue dot because it's faster to be able to do something with the card. Okay, so I think that should be enough. So I'll add one up here. So I'm just going to actually do them exactly the same as this card. I'll add one down here and a littler one up here. This would be fun. You could also splatter your card with a little bit of ink. And there we go. So there's the second one. So that's what I've got for you guys today. I hope you have enjoyed it. Like I said, if you are interested in the resource for the color combinations for the new Color of the Year, just make sure to comment color, and I will just add the link to this sheet and you can download it. It's a PDF. I can just print it at home. But like I said, make sure to remember that you don't always have to come up with all of the ideas from the very beginning, right? So if you're just sitting looking at a blank card or a blank scrapbooking page, sometimes a great way to start is with a pre-done workshop. So that, like I said, that's why I started doing scrapbooking workshops, so people don't have to just sit and stare at a blank page, right? You get everything done much faster. So We'll just turn that down a little bit. I hope you guys all have an awesome day, and we'll talk to you later. If you have any questions, feel free to add them in the comments below, and I'll come back and answer any questions or drop the link. So have a great day, guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.